We need to know what's NTTP, what does it stand for, as well as tags. What does it mean? I'll show you now a video, and you are to find the answers for those two questions.
Okay, Ms. Walaa. First of all, training from the Ministry of Education.
Are you interested in developing yourself as a
We are here to watch this video and answer those two questions. What does NTTP stand for, as well as what does the word tags or the letters tags stand for? Okay, so you're going to do what? To watch the video and find the answer for
tag,
tags and NTTP. NTTP.
NTTP.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to find interesting ways to practice your English language skills? Are you interested in developing yourself as a teacher and making your lessons fun and engaging? Well, we have something that's just for you. The National Teacher Training Programme, NTTP, is an exciting new project initiated by the Ministry of Education and the British Council to assist primary school teachers all across Egypt. As part of NTTP, the British Council is supporting teachers by setting up teacher activity groups, or TAGs, in their local areas. In TAGs, teachers from the same area come together every month and take part in teaching and learning activities to help develop their own English language skills and learn about new teaching ideas and techniques to help them in making their lessons more interactive and engaging for themselves and for their students. In these tags, teachers use materials found in an activity resource book that has been provided by the British Council. By using these resources, teachers can practice their English together through language practice tasks, discussions, and role play. Learn, share, and try out new teaching ideas that teachers can then try out themselves in their own classrooms. Watch and discuss training videos, which show them how to do these activities in their own lessons with their students. Reflect and make new action plans of new things to try out that can be implemented into their classrooms. Tags are facilitated by a teacher who has been trained by the British Council to be a teacher educator. These teacher educators facilitate the activities and discussions so that everyone can take part in the class, share the ideas, and learn from each other. After the tag, teachers keep in touch using social media groups, where they can continue to practice their language skills and discuss their ideas and experiences about teaching, so that the learning and sharing can continue. So what are you waiting for? Come together with other teachers in your area and take charge of your learning. It's your development, it's your tag. Come and join one today.
So, what does NTTP stand for?
As I said before, it is abbreviation for
Yes.
our group.
Mhm.
N refers to national, T for teacher, the other T training, P for program.
Thank you so much.
It is our course.
Yes, yes. Mr. Mohammed, thank you so much. So NTTP stands for the abbreviation of the title of the program itself, which is National Teacher Training Program. Yes. And as
National Teacher Training Program.
Yes.
National Teacher Training Program, yes.
And as we all saw or watch it on the video, it's a training program that is done all over Egypt. So all the English teachers in the primary and previous stages are training on the same material, just like you, which is a good thing. Number 2, what does TAGs stand for?
I think tag
Tagging is
is
for teachers activities group.
Thank you so much. Which is us. We are teachers who are sharing their knowledge.
Yes, we can share the knowledge with each other. Yes.
Yes.
Each other.
it refers to the groups in which the teacher can exchange the activity and skills.
Yes. So based on the video, this program is an opportunity for all of us as English teachers to practice speaking in English and enhance our fluency as well, and enhance our fluency, right?
Okay.
Yes.
We also need to learn and share, because if we learned something without sharing it, it would be unbeneficial. It has no use because you haven't used it yet, right?
Okay.
Also, we would have new teaching ideas or practices, activities that you can use with your students, and this would facilitate your mission during working in your own classrooms. We have a word here that we need to focus on. The word is reflect. What do you know about this word, or what do you think it may refer to? To reflect on the video, for example, what does it mean?
I think it's the experience which we can gain from this video or this exercise.
Yes, thank you. What else?
Yeah. Reflect.
The activities that we can use and take from this video, like role play, discussion.
Thank you so much.
I think it's a benefit. I think it's a benefit that we will gain from this video or from this course.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Or try out new ideas.
Thank you so
How can
much.
we benefit from this training?
Yes, thank you. Let's do an icebreaker activity. And this kind of activities, if you are new to your own classroom or new to your own group, you can do an activity like this, in which you start to get to know each other. Okay? The name of the activity here is Show Me the Lie. I'll tell you 2 facts about myself and a lie. I'll try to tell you the 3 points in a convincing way, and you are to guess which part of them is the lie. Okay?
Okay.
Again, the name of the activity is Show Me the Lie. If you're interested to write down the names of the activities, you can write it down. Show me the lie. I will start telling you the facts and the lies as well.
Okay.
1, I like cooking. 2, I'm a teacher of arts. 3, winter is my favorite season. What do you think is the lie in those 3 points?
I'm a teacher of art.
Thank you so much. But as you heard it, it was in a convincing way, right?
Okay.
Yes, but we all know you.
Yes, of course. I tried to make it really clear to all of you because it's our first time to meet. Now it's your own turn. You have just 30 seconds to think about 3 things about yourself. Write them down. 2 facts and a lie. And you will share with us, and we are to guess what are the lie, the facts and the lie about you. Okay? So you're going to do what? To write down what? How many points? Hello?
Yes.
How many points?
3.
3. 2.
2 right and 1 is a lie.
Thank you so much. Okay, you can start from now.
I like cooking.
Wait,
I like
wait.
One. One.
Wait, miss, please. Give them time to think.
Okay.
Okay.
Mama
happy to
dance.
be
Miss
number one.
Miss Hanan.
Yes.
Okay. Would
I'm
you
a dentist.
Okay, go on, and we would guess.
I'm a dentist. I like drawing and painting. I like cucumber.
Thank you. So, what's the lie here?
She said that she is a
He is
dentist.
a dentist.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad? Mr. Muhammad
Yes.
Eid?
I love it Ahli so much.
Okay.
I like teaching English. I'm 13 years old.
Okay.
You are 13 years
What's the
old.
lie here?
That he is 13 years old.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad, you were raising your hand. Would you please tell us or join us?
Um,
I'm a teacher of English.
Uh-huh.
I'm married. I'm
Okay.
13 years old.
Again,
I'm
13.
13 years old. I'm 13 years old.
Okay, and let's move to our today's agenda, which is today, inshallah, we would
learning outcome.
identify inductive and deductive approaches. We will summarize a range of ELT approaches. We will outline the benefits and drawbacks of different approaches. And we would relate what we have learned to your own teaching. Okay. Long time ago, we used to have 4 main approaches, teaching approaches. And we have here the very first letter of each one of them. Can you guess what's the combination of those letters? That
Group teaching?
I'll give you a hint. For the first one, I'll give you a hint. And you try to find out the others. The first approach that we knew a long time ago was grammar translation approach. Do you remember it? Grammar translation. Yes. That was a very old approach that we used to use in the past.
Translation.
Yes. What about the second one?
Grammar.
Yes. DM.
Drill.
It's
Drill.
the direct method. Direct method. Yes.
I think the third one is active learning.
You got closer.
Edu listening?
Excellent.
Edu learning?
Excellent. Thank you.
Miss Hanin?
Yes. Thank
I
you.
think number 4, critical thinking.
No, it's
Communicate.
yes, communicative.
Comparative learning, comparative language.
It's
teaching.
the communicative language teaching. So the first one, the very first one that we ourselves were taught on was the grammar translation method.
Grammar translation, yes.
So it's the oldest. That's why it's the first one that appeared, right?
Yes.
Okay, in this approach, what did the teachers used to do? Do you remember?
Facilitate the rule first, then give example.
Yes, but they used our mother tongue while teaching us. They were
teaching what?
With Arabic. Yes.
Yes, they used to translate.
Teaches the rule in Arabic. Teaches
Yes.
the rule in Arabic first, then give examples.
Yes. The second one to appear was the direct method. And as for the direct method, what happened in this approach? Do you remember?
Again, sorry.
the direct method, how did it go? What did the teachers used to do?
The rule.
Okay. What about the audiolingual?
Cassette.
Thank you. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, they listen. The students used to listen.
They listen to texts.
Yes. And then speak or produce.
Speak and
right.
Yes, produce the language. What about the communicative language teaching?
Group work.
No.
I think it is a way to teach through communicate between teacher and student. It gives the student more chance to speak and practice.
Yes, and this is the approach that is used nowadays, by the way.
Now, yes.
Yes.
Okay, we would have again 4 definitions for all those 4 approaches. If you're interested, please write them down with you to try to match the definition with the approach. Okay? Shall I move? Shall I go to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay.
So the method the screen and it will
the theory behind this method
is that
learning
a language means learning habits.
Is that learning a language means learning habits?
Yes.
The new language is tiered and
drilled.
The audio.
It's seen in its written form.
Thank you, Mr.
Learning
Muhammad.
Audio.
Okay, how did you know?
Audio learning.
How did you know it's the audiolingual?
From using the recording and
the new
visual
language is
as used.
heard and drilled.
Okay.
Heard and drilled.
Thank you. So, Mr. Muhammad, you right?
Yes, thanks.
Thank you. The skill that you used while reading here is that you focused on the keywords, right?
Yes.
And this skill that you try to implement to your own students in class. While they read a reading text or a comprehension question, you ask them to find the keywords. So this is a life skill, not only for students, it's for us as adults as well, right?
They scan.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Hanan. Ms. Hanan Isa, you have something to add, please? Here is the next definition. The theory behind this method is that second language learning is similar to how we learn our first language. The focus is on oral interaction, no translation, and little or no focus on grammar or rules. All teaching is done in the target language, and the learner is not allowed to use their own language. Vocabulary is taught through pictures, objects, and associations.
Direct method.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Mr.
Communication language teaching.
Okay. Do you have any other answer?
Direct method.
Okay. How did you know? Yes. How did you know? Thank you so much. How did you know? Ms. Hanan, you raised your hand by chance or what? Or you forgot your hand raised?
Communicative language teaching.
And it's not the communicative, it's the direct. How did you know that it's the
direct method? Because there are no rules, no grammar, no translation.
Yes.
And to use their own language vocabulary through pictures, objectives, and occasions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad. Yes.
The focus here is on oral interaction. It means that giving away or giving directly to the things that you would like to tell the student.
Okay. And again, if you give yourself a minute to think, we ourselves learn it, the first language, by this way. We heard the sounds around us. We try to imitate them. We try to imitate them. And then we started producing sounds, which is words, and then phrases, and then sentences. Mr. Muhammad, Eid, you're right. Please try to raise your hand to participate, to allow others to join us and share their ideas with us. Thank you. What about the third definition? I'll read it to you, and please think about the answer. This method,
grammar,
Mr. Please, would you please mute yourself, because I read it in a minute, quickly. This method focuses on helping learners to communicate well and appropriately in different real-life situations.
Communicative language teaching.
Language and teaching.
Okay, thank you. How did you know? What are the keywords here?
You communicate. Communicate well and appropriately.
Yes, and we have other two words which are really important. Two words.
Learners use language in practical and function way to communicate meaning.
You got closer.
Focus on all
fluency and accuracy.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Hanan, or whom? Miss Zainab?
Miss Inan.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's a fluency and accuracy. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. The last one, and I think it's really clear.
Grammar translation.
Yes. And please try to find out the keywords here.
Grammar.
Learner analyze grammar and translate it from the original language.
Thank you. The original language. Yes, and vice versa. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, let's move to our third point for this session, which is inductive and deductive learning. Do you have a clue about what does it mean, inductive and deductive learning? Do you know what does it mean? Have you heard those two expressions before?
Inductive and deductive.
Yes. Okay, as we said, we're talking about teaching approaches, right? And
Yes.
two of them are the inductive and the deductive learning. And we would find out more information about those two expressions by only looking at those two pictures, A and B. I'll ask you two questions. One, what tense is it?
What?
Yes. What's the most suitable tense to express those two pictures? Can you guess? Okay, let's move into the other question. Huh? Yes?
I think present simple.
Okay. Okay, let's move into the second question. Can you please describe the first picture? Picture number A.
Describe.
Yes. Speak about the picture. What's in it? There is a man. And where is he? Yes, thank you. Go on. Go on, yes. What is he doing?
I think he's in the bus stop. I think he's waiting. He's waiting for the bus.
Okay, so he is at the bus station. And there is a key thing in this picture, which is
the clock.
Looking.
Yes, thank you. The clock.
It's 4:20.
Yes. What about the second picture?
4 o'clock. And he's
4 o'clock.
The bus.
He's waiting.
Yes, he is still waiting. But at picture letter A, it's 16:20, and in picture letter B, it's 16 only, right? So
yes.
He, if we are to put it in a sentence, he waited or he is
he has
waiting.
Been waiting.
Thank you so much. Well done.
He has been waiting.
Thank you. Why?
Started in the past and still till the moment.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So this is the present what?
Present perfect continuous.
Present perfect.
The present perfect. Thank you. The present perfect continuous. Thank you so much. So if I ask it you from the early beginning, what tense is it? This is called what? This is the deductive. You are to guess. You are, as learners, you are to guess and try to find out the information by yourself. Okay? So, in the deductive teaching method, you are to think by yourself and try to discover the information. When I ask you, yes, in the deductive,
you have to receive the information from the teacher, and this is the only way.
Yes, in the inductive,
to elicit the information yourself.
Yes.
To elicit it yourself.
This is the deductive.
In deductive, Mr. In deductive.
Wait for a second, please. In the inductive method, it's more student-centered. So students need to learn and gain information. I'm sorry. By themselves. Okay, so in the inductive, students think by their own selves. In the deductive, teacher tells everything. Okay.
Sure. The students deduce.
Receptive. Yes. Just a receptive.
Yes. Yes, they are passive here. Thank you. Okay, we have here two definitions for the deductive and the inductive. And please try to guess which of them is the deductive, the first or the second?
The first is deductive because here the student explore and find the information himself.
Thank you. While the second one, what are the keywords again?
Deductive.
Learners to work, to discover. To discover.
Okay, thank you so much. So the first one is deductive, and we have here it's teacher-centered. It saves time for teachers, and sometimes all of us try to use it because we have no time, right?
Okay.
But at other times, you as teachers need to use the inductive way, in which you ask the students a series of questions in order to lead them to the main answer. Okay?
Okay.
Again, we have here two tables, two columns, and which of them is inductive and which of them is deductive.
Explains.
الأولانية
ها؟
اللي هي inductive inductive.
Okay.
What تانية deductive.
Okay. Do you have any other ideas?
Because the teacher presents a rule and then learners practice.
Okay. Any other ideas? What do you think? The first one is the deductive. Because it's teacher-led. The teacher leads the students.
The teacher is leader.
Yes. In the inductive, the learners do an activity which focuses on the language. And this is implicit learning. Do you know what's meant by implicit? Is it direct or indirect?
Indirect.
Thank you.
Indirect.
Yes. Those are some of the phrases or questions that inductive teachers use while teaching. The first one is this correct or not? Here, the teacher allows the students to think and to reflect again on what they have read or written or learned. Sorry? Why did you use that tense? Why? What's the logic behind that? Is this formal or informal? Because we're in the new curriculum, we are teaching the students how to write a formal email and informal one. For example, check with your partner, in which me as a teacher is just a facilitator. I'm not to tell you everything. Just to try to think with your pair, and then we will share the ideas together. We allow the students to think more here. Here, we're asked to write next to each word. Is it deductive or inductive? If it is inductive, use the letter I. If it is deductive, use the letter D. Okay?
Okay.
The first word is learner-centered.
I.
Okay. Who else would like to share? Hello?
Inductive.
D.
Okay, problem solving.
D.
Problem solving. I. Sorry. Okay. Rules first.
D. Rules
Okay.
first. D.
Yes. Conscious.
Problem solving.
Conscious is like clear.
Conscious I.
No. Clear. It's a clear. There is no ambiguity.
Conscious clear.
There is no time for the students to think.
D.
D.
Okay. D. D. Okay. Teacher dependent.
Teacher D.
Okay. Passive.
Passive also D.
Okay. Subconscious.
I.
I.
Yes.
I.
Active.
Active I.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. We have here 4 teachers talking about. Would you please mute yourselves because the sound is echoing? We have here 4 teachers talking about their teaching approaches to teach grammar. As you listen, try to think about those 2 points. 1, what's the main idea of each approach? 2, whether you think it's inductive or deductive. I want you to think, do you like it or not? And is it deductive or inductive? Okay? Ready?
Deductive.
I can't hear, Miss.
Wait for a second.
الصوت يا مس فيه مشكلة سامعين.
I'm raising it. Okay.
One.
You don't Is it clear right
really
now?
need to teach grammar explicitly, saying things like,
Yes,
this
yes.
is the past perfect and you form it like this. That's unnecessary. Learners will pick it up for themselves. If they want more grammar, the teacher can give them exercises to do outside class, but don't waste precious class time teaching it. I think it's better to teach learners to communicate, to practice as much as possible in class with real language. Grammar will look after itself.
2. I always look over a new unit in a book and then teach my learners the grammar rule before we even begin the unit. I explain the rules that are going to come up and then do some exercises with the class. That really helps them to be clear about what the unit is about, and they can do the activities in the unit better. I think they learn better that way.
3.
Whatever you teach, you have to include fun in it, even if it is grammar. I believe teachers should somehow link it with real-life situations. Experiencing is the best way of learning, so it must be something visual and oral. The more concrete it is, the better the result will be. The thing is, the learner should link the language with a real experience.
4. I think 1.
You don't really...
Using tasks that develop the 4 skills, learners should be working with meaning so that they produce the structure freely before moving on to the next grammar structure. After the task-based activities, you can follow on with an analysis of the structure used and try to elicit the form and use from the learners.
Okay.
1.
You don't really need to teach grammar explicitly, saying things like,
This is the audio again in a text. And what do you think? Do you like any of the 4 teaching approaches?
I think the first one is very good way to teach student grammar, as when we teach them in situation, grammar will lay again by itself.
Okay.
I think it's a good way.
Thank
the
you.
Third one, I think the third one is very nice way, because if we mix teaching with fun, students will love it so much and they will enjoy their learning and will know better.
You have a point here. Thank you. Any other ideas? No.
I like number 3.
Why?
And number 1 is okay in some occasions.
Okay, so all your answers, by the way, are correct. It's your own preference as a teacher. There is no correct answer here because you have types of students. You have certain types type of surroundings, or like a place where you work in. People who are working in villages have completely different concepts and ideas that are different from the people who are living in a town, for example. So all the four approaches are accepted.
Okay.
Okay. This is the reflection part again, and here in this course or training, we're focusing on the reflection because we need you as teachers to speak up, to talk about your own experience. Tell us what you like and what you don't like, and which of them is the perfect way for you, and you can add on it. We're not after changing it completely, but to add more to it. Okay?
Okay.
Again, we have here some approaches, and this is the last part of today's session. We have different lesson planning models. The first one is PPP. Do you know what does it stand for? You know it, but you don't remember it well. It's the presentation, practice, production. What about the TBL? It's task-based learning. We will talk about each one of them in detail, inshallah. TTT, it's test, teach, test. TPR, it's the most common one. Total physical response. LA, lexical approach. GD, it's the guided discovery. Today, for the last part of our session, we will talk about the PPP, which is the presentation, practice, production.
يا مس ممكن تجيبها تاني عشان اعمل لقطة شاشة تاني. ايوه دي.
Here it is.
Thanks.
Welcome. Okay, as you can see, it looks like a pyramid. So each step leads to the other and helps to form the whole point or idea or grammatical point in the student's mind, right? Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Yes.
As for the 3 steps, they are written here, and we would have like a list of phrases that are used in each step. Can you match the phrases to the steps?
Actual presentation دي practice.
Okay.
Free.
هما متوصلين.
No, it's not matched yet. You are to think. And by the way, I'm not going to tell you it's a true or false, your answer. No, just think about it.
Free independent practice. Free independent. تبقى ممكن في presentation independent.
Okay, it could be.
Free independent practice. Independent ممكن تبقى.
Free independent practice. It can be
presentation.
ممكن practice.
Is it presentation or the production? The free answer.
Practice to practice. Control guide. Practice.
Checking, understanding, production.
Okay.
warm up طبعا ال presentation, checking, understanding, production.
Okay.
Teaching, highlights, meaning, and pronunciation. Highlight meaning. ده في ال practice.
Okay.
ال teaching, highlight meaning and pronunciation. ده في ال practice وال presentation برضه في ال presentation.
Okay, let's check your answers.
Okay.
Yes.
As for the presentation, we have here the warm-up, of course, the actual presentation, yes.
Presentation.
Checking understanding, because you need to know if you are presenting something that they got or not before trying to practice anything. And the last step in the presentation is teacher highlights meaning, form, and pronunciation, because the students will practice based on the form and meaning and pronunciation, right?
And how to pronunciate, yes.
Yes. As for the practice part, control and guided, because you are here still learning. You haven't gained the whole concept yet. You are still learning, so you are after the controlled and the guided practice. And the students practice the target language with controlled activities, focusing on accuracy. Accuracy is to use the grammatical point correctly. Lastly is the production stage, which is free and independent practice, because they have already acquired and gained the main grammatical point. So they can use it freely now. Learners try to personalize the language and use it in a less controlled activity, focusing on fluency, because they can use it now freely. In the presentation, it takes about 15 minutes. In the practice, it could take 20 minutes. In the production, it takes the larger portion of your class, which is 25 minutes. This part would be your own assignment for today, is to think which of the 3 screenshots of those. This one, would you please take it as a screenshot? This one. Okay, done?
Yes.
This one.